Hey guys, what's up? I thought I would record a baking video for Christmas this year because what cookie reminds you more of Christmas than a Snickerdoodle? So I'm going to be using my mom's Pillsbury cookie book. Really old. Most of the things I'm going to be using in this video are kind of old. They're all my parents' items. But yeah, Snickerdoodles remind me so much of Christmas, so I thought I would show you guys how to make these. This is my favorite Snickerdoodle recipe that we have. So the first thing you're going to do is preheat your oven to 400, which I'm already doing. Then in a large bowl you're going to take 1.5 cups of sugar. And then you're going to take half a cup of margarine or butter. Normally I prefer butter in a recipe, but for now I'm going to be using margarine. And you're going to take those and beat them together until they're light and fluffy. So I'm going to do that over here because that's where my plug is. So once you get the stuff beaten together and it's light and fluffy, you're going to add 2 eggs and 1 teaspoon of vanilla. You probably should crack the eggs into a separate cup, but I'm going to be a rebel and not do that. The next thing that you're going to do is get a teaspoon of vanilla. Or a lot more. And then you're going to mix those together. That also gives you a chance to get the sugar and the margarine or butter mixed better. At that point, you're going to take 2 3/4 cups of all-purpose flour and start adding that in slowly. Now at some point you're probably going to have to start using your hands because it will get too thick. If you're like me, you're probably going to make a huge mess while doing this. I'm going to go ahead and take off my ring before I get that dirty. And before I add the rest of the flour, I'm going to go ahead and measure out my cream of tartar and baking soda. You're going to take 1 teaspoon cream of tartar. And then you're going to take half a teaspoon of baking soda. And then you're just going to mix all that together. Which I'm going to go ahead and start using my hands to do because it's getting too thick. So I'm going to go ahead and pour the rest of that in, and then you just need to kind of get it all mixed really well until you have a nice dough. I know this is my least favorite part about this because you just get it all stuck to your hands, and I feel like I can never quite get it mixed well enough. This is a part where if you have a sibling or parent, boyfriend, girlfriend that doesn't mind helping, that you could have them do this part so you don't have to. I know a lot of times if my fiance is over, I'll have him do this kind of thing. And this is going to take you quite a few minutes to actually get all mixed. So I'll probably either cut out some of this or speed it up. Okay, once you get all of it off your hands, you're probably going to have to wash them to get all of it. So I'm going to get this off my hands and then I'll be right back. So the next thing you're going to want to do once you get all that mixed up is you're going to want to take 2 tablespoons of sugar and 2 teaspoons of cinnamon and mix those in a bowl. My camera battery is starting to die, so I'm going to have to stop and charge that soon. And then you're just going to want to mix that all up. And this is going to be what you roll your balls in once you make some cookie balls. You just want to get that all mixed together. Okay guys, so I've gone ahead and done the first pan, but what you do is you take some dough and you roll it around to, it says about a 2-inch ball, but I normally just try and make them about the same size. And then you roll them around in your sugar mixture and coat them with the sugar and cinnamon. And then you put them a few inches apart on your cookie sheet. Yeah, normally I just try and get them all about the same size. I don't follow the recipe to a T. If that works better for you, then by all means you can figure out the measurements, but that just is a lot of work to me, and they always turn out fine doing it this way. But yeah, you just keep doing that, and that's about it. Once you get them all rolled out and coated, they're ready to go in the oven. What's you guys' favorite thing to bake at the holidays? Do you guys get in baking moods at the holidays? I always find that I'm more interested in like baking and stuff like that around Christmas. Of course, I won't have as much time to do it this year as I normally do, but I'm hoping I can still do a little bit of it. Now, at some points while you're doing this, you might have to stop and like go wash off your hands because the dough is pretty sticky. Some recipes tell you to chill the dough before you do this. I never do that. I don't think that this recipe doesn't say to do that anyways. Oh, and use an ungreased baking sheet. Whenever you cook anything that has a butter base, you don't grease the cookie sheet. Otherwise, they will stick and burn. Now some of them might be a little bigger than others, and that's also okay. They're cooked, try and keep them close to the same size or your cook time is going to get messed up. But yeah, overall, as long as they're close to the same size, you're fine. And they don't have to be perfectly round. You'll get the same effect once they flatten out. So I'm going to finish up making these and then I'll be back to show you the finished products. So right now, you guys, I'm just waiting for these to bake. I think I forgot to mention that they take 8 to 10 minutes to bake depending on your oven. While I'm waiting, I went ahead and got out this cute holiday platter. Obviously by no means do you have to use one of these, but it's just something that my parents had on hand, so I pulled it out to use for this video. Don't you guys hate waiting for stuff to cook? Like, even if it's like 8 to 10 minutes, it feels like it takes forever. And one thing I want to mention with any kind of baking, keep an eye on it because just a minute can be the difference between being underdone or burning. So, you know, keep a close eye on it. Even if it says 8 to 10 minutes, you still want to watch it very closely. Okay guys, so I've taken out my first pan. And as soon as you take them out of the oven, you need to get them off the cookie sheet. I realize that these are a little bit more rounded. I forgot to mention and I forgot to do it, when you put these on the cookie sheet, press them down just a little bit in the middle, and they will flatten out into actual cookie shapes instead of round balls. It's been probably since last year since I've made these, so I kind of forgot about that. But yeah, when you make these, press them down just a little bit in the middle, and then they'll actually turn into cookie shapes. I'm going to get my other pan out of the oven, and then I'm going to finish making the rest of them. Okay, I've already made the last few bits of dough into balls. So when you put them on the pan, just squish them out just a little bit and flatten them. And if you do that, instead of getting a round shape like I just got, you'll get a flatter cookie shape. Make sure to move them around just a little bit when you do that though, otherwise they'll stick. I totally forgot about this part of the recipe. It doesn't tell you this in the recipe. It's just something that I've learned over time making it. But yeah, if you press them down like that and jiggle them around a little bit, you should get actual cookie shapes. So this is the finished product. If you guys enjoyed this, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe, and let me know if you want to see more baking videos in the future. Bye guys!